7. 6:31 right now. At least 11 people have been killed. Millions more do not have power right now because of what was Hurricane Michael. The storm has moved out over sea right now, but we're just starting to get a better idea of the devastation left behind. And look at these images right here. Schools, businesses, homes. The images are just amazing.
And that brings us, of course, to our very special guest this morning, Lester Holt from Nightly News. Lester, you've brought your tour across America here to San Diego to end it. But first, let's talk about Hurricane Michael. You were there. In fact, I was watching MSNBC. You were there all day long covering this. You put that mattress up. Was that the scariest you'd ever been in a hurricane?
I think so. When I say scared, I mean, well, yeah, I was. I'm trying to find the words. We were in a hotel, and that's what we usually do, and very often you'll see us in the streets in hurricanes. But this one felt different. We'd gone out to tape something, and we all looked at each other and said, we need to get back inside. And then the wind starts howling, and then the building starts shifting, and that was the moment I thought, this is dangerous. And yeah, we decided to put the mattress in front of the doorway. And in fact, in one of our colleagues' rooms, the window was shattered out.
Right.
So it was a wise precaution.
You know, we don't have hurricanes here in San Diego. We're not used to this. We see the images on TV, but what's it like? How is it different when you're there on the ground and you see this in person? Just how devastating is it?
Well, this one, I've never seen one this strong before. I mean, we're looking at that window before we barricaded it, and it was like a blowtorch of water coming down the street, and you instinctively knew that there's going to be a lot of damage from this. And every once in a while, the visibility would clear enough. You could see the building across from us, the roof was flying off, there were trees down. And then when we were able to get out, you've seen the video of a train on its side. There were vehicles on their side. It was bad.
Yeah. Okay. So, Lester, let's talk about your tour across America. You're a Californian, Southern Californian, as a matter of fact, worked up in LA, born in Sacramento. And this is your third tour, the southern tier of the United States. Why did you pick San Diego? Why'd you pick us?
Well, we always want to end in the West because, the West represents a different lifestyle, certainly from the East, and we wanted to make sure that we kind of hit the balance. We were in the Midwest yesterday. We were in Kansas City. We were, of course, in Florida. We were in the deep South in Montgomery, and we started in Houston. Kind of did a little of this before we came this way, but we just want to, get a representative sampling of the different regions of the country, and just find out what people are talking about, stories that are happening in local communities that might resonate around the country.
We're a military town. We're a border town. I know you're going to be talking about that later on tonight. But you can also give some unique perspective, Lester, on the state of the media right now, especially being at such a high-profile position on the national stage. Have you ever seen the kind of scrutiny that we're seeing right now? And also, I've heard you say it's not necessarily our responsibility to be liked by everyone.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've reminded folks is that, news sometimes is going to challenge your worldview. It's going to tell you something that maybe you didn't really believe before. And it's going to maybe make you mad sometimes. And I think we accept that. And I know there's been, obviously a lot of criticism from high places about the media. But the world that I experience on a daily basis, almost daily, people coming up to me saying thank you. And that didn't happen in the first 35 years of my career. They're coming up and saying thank you for asking, the tough questions, for being there. And it reminds us of why we got in this business. I mean, a free and independent media is an important pillar to our democracy. I tell young people in this business, there's never been a better time to be a journalist. I really believe that. It's a challenge, but a good kind of challenge.
So how do you process the deluge of information on a daily, minute-by-minute basis? You're on call basically 24 hours a day, 375 days a week. What's your day like? And also, too, I want to know what's in your go bag. Because when that big story breaks around the world, there are different conditions. Do you have 7 different bags all packed or what?
That's a really good question. I do. I didn't have a hurricane bag ready with me on this trip because Michael came up so quickly, but I do have a dedicated bag for I call hostile environment, and I can pick and choose depending everything from dog tags with my blood type
Wow.
to helmets and goggles and tourniquets and all kinds of things ready to go. But you never seem to be packed for the right story. It never fails. They'll call and you got to be on a plane in 2 hours, and you think, I didn't know I was going to end up in San Diego or wherever the case may be. But it's exciting. I mean, it's difficult sometimes because your life changes. This trip we're on, for example, we were supposed to be in Tampa on day 3, but of course the hurricane came in, and we're a newscast and we've got to chase the big story. So that's what we did and moved our way up to Panama City.
Well, I thought we should have sent you to boot camp this morning, but we weren't sure if you had the right clothes with. We are going to help ask for your help a little bit, though, for the rest of the half hour.
I bet you could do it, though.
I'll bet he could, too. Yeah, a lot of people are
a
lot of people are working up a sweat alongside Marines this weekend. Lester, you can help us out here.
Sounds like fun. I will say it.
Get down on your back.
You can
NBC's Audra Scanner is live at the Marine Corps Recruit Depot to show us why. Audra, hoorah!
Oh man, I need a little oorah right now, Lester. Oh my gosh!
Way up and all the way down.
Sir, can I ask you a question, sir?
What is it?
Can you tell us about the boot camp challenge?
All right, so the boot camp challenge is going to be happening tomorrow. You can come as early as 06:30 in the morning. And after that, you're going to be running 3 miles. There's going to be 45 obstacles, and you're going to have plenty of drill instructors to motivate all of you through it.
You call this motivation.
Yes. Yes.
We call it getting yelled at, but it's all for a great cause. This actually benefits Marine families.
Yes, it does. And overall, as all of us get, it was great support from San Diego. So this is a way for us to say thank you, and you get a little taste of what we do over here.
That's right, because this is really one of the rare opportunities that civilians get to come here. This is the course that the recruits actually have to go through before becoming Marines.
Yes, this is actually where recruits become Marines right here. So again, it's just our way of saying thank you for all the support.
Awesome. Well, that's happening again. Get here at 6:30 tomorrow. You can sign up, $50, but again, it goes to a great cause. Now, we've got Lester Holt in studio. If you want to stick around an extra day, Lester, I'm sure they would like to have you out here. He's got a message for you.
Well, Lester, if you think that you have what it takes, you can come out tomorrow morning and you can see if you have what it takes to be where Marines are trained.
I would really like to, because I do a lot of that kind of exercise.
Well, tomorrow's the weekend. Stick around.
I wish I could. I do a lot of that body weight exercise stuff, so that would be fun.
I'm sure he would do great. Thanks, Audra.
Got the oorah down.
He did. He said it.
Do you get the hat if you complete it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that might be your reward.
Ooh, do they
They'll
get a
make an
hat if they
exception. Maybe.
Make it through.
My covenant campaign cover.
You can't have his.
That's his polite way of saying no. All right, thank you, Audra.
Government issued.
All right, a lot more from Lester's.